good evening. It's Charlene. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm an English teacher here in Lao, and I'm originally from the Philippines. So today, as part of my Buhay abroad uh, videos, I'm going to do maybe just a thought on rent. Okay, so if you don't know me, just a little bit of a background. I have a bachelor's from the Philippines, a master's from the UK. I'm not a qualified teacher, but here in Lao, that is accepted. So I came here. I applied through schools, through emails. Right now, of course, we have the COVID restrictions, so borders are still closed. Okay, so if you're planning to do that, maybe the next year, here are some tips. So right now, I'm going to tackle rent. And is it better to rent a furnished place versus an unfurnished place? So here in Lao, the international school scene is very few. Um, it's a small country and it's an underdeveloped country. In fact, it's, so to speak, poorer than the Philippines. So uh, students who go to the international schools or local international schools, as we call them, because uh, because majority of the students are Laotians or Lao people, maybe around 90. In my previous school, it's around 90% uh, are locals. So that's why we call them local international schools. And there's only one IB school here, which is VIS. So most of them are expats, and their families have settled here because they work with NGOs like UN, IMF, World Bank, and so on. Okay, so enough of that, and we're going to tackle about rent here. Mm, Rent in Lao, especially here in Vientiane, it's not cheap because it's actually built for expats, and so as a teacher, we don't really earn that much, and especially if you're just coming here, obviously, you still have to wait until the end of the month so that you can have your money. So you may want to think about this not just for the short term, but also for the long term. Um, this is the second, what you're seeing here right now. This is a furnished flat. This is the second place I've lived in since I came here in August 2019. And as I've traveled around as well, lived abroad for work or for study, Laos has been the fourth country that you know I've been to. And so far, I've always rented furnished because, first of all, um, I don't have to buy things like a bed, a cabinet, microwave, and a thermos. So that saves me a lot of money and stress. And also, second, I also rent as much as possible with bills included. So that means, like, for this one, it's a studio flat. It's $300 a month, and that's inclusive of bills. So water, electricity, and Wi-Fi are included. So even if right now it gets hot here, it's very humid in Laos. So uh, it will get up to like 40, 46 um, degrees centigrade. So a lot of people will just stay indoors, so it can get, your electric bill can get expensive because also the electric company here has been leased to the Chinese government um, as part of the debt payment of the Lao government. Okay, so yeah. And what else? uh, what I'm very fortunate with here is that they didn't ask for a deposit. So whatever I pay here, it's every month. It's 300 every month. That's it. In my previous flat, that one is a little bit more expensive because that's located along with it's nearby the Chinese embassy, the house of the U.S. ambassador, and and then there are some foreign companies in that area as well. So that one is 350, excluding electricity. And during the summer months last year, we talked like March, April, May. It was really hot, and my bill was just like, it went up to like $40 for an electric bill, and I was so shocked. because at the time that was May, 2 weeks we were told to return to school. So that was really shocking, considering that I was only at home for 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks I was in school. But I ended up having like a $40 electric bill for the May 20 uh 2020. So yeah. And then what else? So one of the other things that I like about having a furnished place is that it's also inclusive of cleaning. So every week somebody comes here to clean. It's the same in my old flat. Somebody comes in twice a week to clean and do my laundry. Although for the laundry is I provide there's a washer inside per unit, and then I just pay them to iron the laundry, fold things, to hang them dry, and then I also provide the detergent. So yeah, and then also I guess yung repairs. Repairs are also a big thing. In case you need to get your aircon cleaned or you need to get something serviced, um, then that's your landlord's problem. And also, like, if you need anything, like the other time here, last April, my bicycle got stolen. So obviously, I was pretty helpless until I had until I had the money to buy another one, to buy a serviceable bike. So the good thing is my landlord has a car. So for example, like going to my workplace, which isn't far from here, less than 2 kilometers, I asked them to bring me to school, and also like for groceries. So yun, that's a big help for me. And also even in my previous flat, I had an accident where I cracked my humerus on a cycling. It was a bright sunny cycling day, 2 in the afternoon, and I got hit by a vehicle. So there was a time like I had to ask my landlord to buy me like a box of bottled water so that I don't have to do the traditional, drinking water and put them in. And yeah, so and also he brought me to the doctor once. So that's really a big help, I guess, if you have any problems or something, especially here in Lao, if you don't speak their language, which I don't, uh, it can get it can get difficult. So if you have a landlord who speaks English, um, it will be a lot easier for you. And also, even in my previous flat, I only paid them the monthly plus $100 deposit. So uh, that's which is really nice of them. So usually, a lot of the others here, they will ask for like unfurnished is usually like $100, but you have to buy your own things, and then they ask for 3 months, 6 months advance. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. And then if you don't like something, and you're gonna leave right away, chances are you may not get your money back, may not get your deposit back, or you may have to forfeit your rent. So it's in the long run, although sure $100, but if you have to leave right away for whatever reason, you may lose that 3 month deposit, and which may turn out at least if you rented somewhere where it's furnished, and then they can give you where they only ask for a monthly and then a deposit. At least you don't lose out. And also like um, most people here will ride motorcycle because cars here are expensive. So if you're going to sell, for example, an air conditioning or a fridge, um, then then you're already like reducing the number of people who can actually pick up the stuff from your place, because more an air conditioner and a fridge are not possible is not they're not possible to bring um, on a motorcycle, so they will have to rent a vehicle for that. So that really eliminates a lot of problems, I think, with the with the furnished space, with the furnished rental. And as I mentioned, as much as possible, if you can also uh, rent rent with the utilities included, that's really a big help, especially during the hot and dry months where you'll be staying indoors. And also we're still in lockdown. It's been extended until July of this year. So a lot of people just stay indoors. I mean, I just went out, bought something to eat, but it's been like what 5 plus in the afternoon. So yeah, mm, that's it. So I hope I was able to help you between choosing a rent that is furnished versus unfurnished. So thank you so much. Um, Thank you so much for tuning in, and just pop in your questions and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. Bye.